YouTube, welcome to the top 8 grand finale in top deck lists. This week on Thursday, we're going to have a stream of the new pack release. At the time of recording, I have no idea what the pack is going to be. It should be announced tonight. Hopefully it's a good one. Now, we're going to be having this be with the Ogdoadic 53 card deck. Maxi Doug got 2-0'd last week in the top 16 with 2 back-to-back horrible hands. So he is back with a vengeance, ready to redeem himself, and boy has he been doing that. He is up against a spell card negate. Sofa Cord Yummy, what is going on, mate? Are you ready? Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Start this off with our Habakiri, but watch them as long as you can. Even if you have me on in the background, that greatly supports these videos, as the Saji will be searching for our prayers. What did we end on? Non-target pop a card. Banish a monster. Masquerina will go into what? Maybe a fancy ball? I think one other disruption. We have non-target wipe the field of monsters. Force them to discard a card. Pop a card. Negate anything with the purification. Prevent them from special summoning a card onto the field through the Black Goat Laughs. At least 8 disruption. Maybe more. We'll take note if more happen. Reborn the Saji. Saji searching for the prayers. Is the Abal reborning the Murakumo? All right, looks like Futsu will still be doing it. Magatama wipe away their monster, prevent them from link oneing. Trigger the Aaron to search for a follow-up. Self-cord happiness, negate. Now, is the happiness a hard once per turn? Let's read this. Activate one of these effects. You can only use each effect. Even if you negate the activation, you still can't activate the effect to add 2 self-cords anyway. Now, does Purification negate the activation? It does not. So even if it said you can only activate 1, this is such a great negate. That's why it's not a counter trap. They would not be able to use another one. So with this other self-cord happiness, he's screwed. He is just going to finger the Futsu, then surrender this turn. All right. Game 2. Got him. What's the other effect of Self-Cord Happiness? Does it do anything? You can conduct another Pendulum Summon? What the trash? Is that what it is? Yeah, another Pendulum Summon. Or you could summon 2 Self-Accords from your pen zone. Oh my Jesus. Shaw Dog for the 19 months. Decade, today we learned my grandpa is addicted to his Viagra pills. It hasn't been easy for any of us, but no one is taking it harder than Grandma. Okay. Thank you, Shaw Dog. And hopefully things get better. Yep. Alma, Cookie, Cupsy's Synchro Search. Snatchy. Oh boy. If we play the Crow, we could pop a card in the field, could return 2 cards in the field back to the hand, we could Cookie pop a monster on the field, we could flip 2 monsters face down, we could Imperb negate a monster, we could Purge negate a search in the deck, we could Herald of Arclight negate anything. 7 disruptions versus a 6-card hand. Let's go. Can we beat 7? Right away with the ritual, Herald of Arclight will negate. Okay. Now what? The Nunu is going to send itself to do something, and Cupsy's chaining in response, likely to reborn a Cupsy to draw a card. Lollipo could return a card engraved back in the deck. All right, let's return it. Let's freaking get that out of here. The Zoho, what did Zoho want to do? If this card is sent from the field to the grave, that wasn't going to happen. If this card is in the grave, you could spell speed 1, open game state, send 1 card from your hand to the grave to add this to your hand. So perfect play from Melito to stop whatever the heck he was trying to do with adding it back. In response to the new, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. We're going to Lollipo, Chain Reborn, the Cookie to pop it, and the Cupsy to randomly draw into a hand trap. So now we're at 5 disruption left. This Cookie's been used. Randomly in a Cupsy. Prayers Tributes off the Murakumo. Now, we're searching twice. The Prayers is searching. The Murakumo is also now going to be searching. Grab the Habakiri. Habakiri, summon from the deck. Saji dodging the Imperm, searching for a mirror. With our mirror, now the Acro may not be played in Melito's deck, so one of those disruptions will be gone. We're going into a Cookie to potentially flip down his monster. And here comes the board wipe. What's very important about our board wipe is if you could help it, you try to hold on to your prayers because prayers will ensure that you could dodge a card like Impermanence or Valor. We had to use that, unfortunately. Thus, will the Murakumo now get impermed? Bakiri, Murakumo, wipe the board, Imperm negates. Can we dodge the Impermanence? We cannot, but we can force him to discard the Cupsy. Elf is reborning Masquerena, giving us even, I didn't know Masquerena was on the grave. Where the heck did that come from? What the heck? I wasn't paying attention during their turn 1 buildup. So even more, 2 more additional disruption on top of whatever we had. We could still return 2 cards back. We could double banish with Little Knight. We could flip 2 monsters face down still. Looks like we don't have the Acro. We're just gonna pop the Minion. Didn't Murakumo already activate this turn to reborn back? It did. So this is not coming back out. We are in big trouble. And I believe Snatcher's already summoned this turn and did not trigger to play the Acro. This would be the moment. If we're playing it, we'll see right now. So now we take this information into game 3, that he's not playing Acro. Little Knight, banish away the Murakumo. And I believe Nephilim is useless in hand. It has to be in the graveyard. Could special summon this card from the grave if a monster sent from the hand or deck. Finish him. All right. Let's recycle back the Minion. And we out. Game 3. No Crow. Write it down. Let's go. New send the Zoha. Zoha is the ignition effect to add back, which is what we use Lollipo to return it back to stop it from, I guess it just goes into a rank 4 Xyz. Yummy played through this. We're playing through the ability to banish a monster, link off into a disruption, pop a card in the field, force them into discard, wipe away their entire field of monsters, pop any face-up card they control, negate anything with the Purification, Ash Blossom, negate an interaction with the deck. 8. Melito. Good luck. Promoa. Ooh, we got Pendulum Summoning ready. Magatama is going to try to stop a Pendulum Summon play as we pop away one of our forms of disruption. With 7 left, Murakumo is going to be triggering Add Prayers, but it is reborning back. We are. Okay. Because Masquerena could use it for a link. We're going to Chain Banish away the Cutia, which is activating to search the deck. Thus, we didn't want to Ash Blossom it. We're saving Ash for the Sulphur Cord Happiness, which I think is a good idea to do. Aaron, what was that, man? Did you look at the hand or was this random? randomly discard. I didn't know about that. Sulfur Happiness, we're not going to give an Ash. We're going to Purification Negate. Tribute off the Murakumo, which has already been tributed off this turn. 5 Disruption left. A Bow. Discard to Reborn, not pop. Okay, he's out of Disrupt. There we go. Now, a Bow's going to draw how many cards here? Ready? Trigger the standby. We did not activate. Draw cards equal to the number of monster types in your graveyard, then place cards from your hand to the bottom of the deck equal to the number of cards you drew, but that would be BM because we have over 11,000 damage on the field without that effect. What a good guy. To the top 8. From getting clapped in the top 16 to now clapping his way through the top 8, now in the top freaking 4, mate. Let's go. Begin. Oh my goodness gracious. Ash, negate an interaction on the deck, negate anything with the purification, negate a special summon, pop 1, 2, 3 times, negate with the aggregator, negate a monster with our photon. And do we have a Murakumo in the graveyard? It's attached. So we have 10. 10 disruption. Let's go. Widow Anchor just turned off 3 of the 10, so now we're down to 7. We're going to Raigeki. Purification Negate now down to 6 disruption. All right. Butsu Reborn back. Mirror Chain Link block a Bell or an Ash. Let's Chain Hornet Drones. Impulse Negate now down to 5. With 5 disrupts left, what do? We're waiting with the monster negate just to get Murakumo engraved, and then reborn it back with the Futsu. We're waiting to get engraved. We got to get engraved early. Because now the Futsu can trigger, and I think we will. We will wipe away the Marshmallow if he were to special summon. Thrust get negated, so when we summon Snatchy, that's going to trigger Futsu to wipe us out. Go forth, Snatchy, Futsu, Murakumo, wipe them out, and you're done. Board wipe, discard, which you can't discard, so negate, and aggregator. Triple disruption left. We played through almost all 10, with 2 left. We successfully played through 8 disruption. Damn. And, you know, it's stuff like this for why I think Konami is pushing for every deck in addition to the standard lineup of hand traps and board breakers we already have, but giving more people, including Mitsurugi deck itself, turn 0 plays. They gain 6 additional turn 0 play cards. They're going to play 3 Phaedralis, 3 Dominus Spark. Now, likely it'll be at the cost of taking out other hand traps that they would be playing otherwise. What is going on? Every time there's a Perry Reese map to search for Cupsy, they already have it in their hand. There's a mindset of Yu-Gi-Oh! Of always negating the endpoint. Stopping the endpoint, holding your card to the last possible moment. And when you play against Mitsurugi, you have to change that mindset. You can't wait for the end goal. The end goal is Murakumo. Murakumo will be chain link blocked, Murakumo will jump off the field. So we have to use all of our disruption for any other card that's leading into the Murakumo, not the Murakumo itself. And in our effort to do that, we have the ability to wipe away their field, discard a card, negate anything with Baron to Floor, negate anything with Herald of Arclight, banish twice with the Masquerena, We could cookie pop a monster. We could return 2 cards back. We could flip 2 cards in the field face down. We likely do not have the Acro. And let's go. 9. Hit him with the Fua. Normal. We have Ryziel Mitts versus Yummy Mitts. Mitts. Reborn the Cupsy Synchro as we summon the Raisin to ensure that the Cupsy will have an effect to reborn our bodies from the graveyard here. Of our 9 disruption, nothing has been used yet. This could be a good time to use the cookie to flip them both face down. Cupsy did not draw into a hand trap, and that's exactly what we're doing. Cookie flippage. Flip the Fools face down, now down to 8 disruption. Send the Aggregator, negate the Baron to floor successfully, down to 7 disruption. Grabbing the Habakiri and Mirror through the pre-prep. Habakiri, Saji, tributing off the on-field sword. We're gonna be chaining Cookie to Reborn from the graveyard 2 bodies. Gia, did you jump? Gia's playing Resident Evil and she jumped? Yeah, she did. Okay. Yummy surprise. You want to put on the lower chain link so you could put on the higher chain link the Snatchy to chain Synchro so that you're not returning your own cards back. Magatama's trying to pop the Sprite Elf here as we hire chain link Snatchy Synchro. So return back and still gets returned back you. Cupsy searching for the Cupsy, discard the cookie to turn it into a disruption. Or Herald of Arc Lights, ensuring that Cookie can't even hit the grave. So we're gonna lose that disruption since Cookie can't get in there. Herald of Arc Light negating the Mitsurugi Ritual. Herald searching for a follow-up. Now let's think about what we have here. Masquerena double banish. And we have the Murakumo board wipe and forcing them to discard. Still at 4 disruptions from 9. Mirror, tripping off the Futsu into a Habakiri. Futsu is going to grab the Prayers. Prayers is going to tribute off, grabbing a Wusu. Wusu is going to delete the Masquerena. Now we're in a situation where we have to do something. Trigger. On the resolution of these triggers, or right now, we're Masquerening. Aren't we already under Fua loss? We are. Fua and Maxi, we're drawing 2 for this Masquerena. Uh-oh. What is going on? Tazukala had 9 disruption, and Lucas is gonna break the board. Completely break it. Not halfway, not most of it. It's all gonna be gone. We just have Prayers. We just have Murakuma board wipe and forcing them into discard, which they have so many cards in hand. Discarding's not even a disruption, so they only have a board wipe. 1 board wipe left. We have to perfectly time that board wipe. Activates. Habakiri mate. Goodbye to the Baron to floor. 6,200. Prayers. Activates. Murakumo. Force him to discard a card. And just like that, let's reborn the Murakumo. Wipe the field. Full wipeage. Surviving the turn. Damn. Very well done. We're not going to waste any time as we attempt to reborn with the Prayers, get our Murakumo out. Discard away the dead Fua loss. We don't care for that. Now, do we activate to wipe away the opposing Murakumo? We do. Wipe it out. Now, Thrust is activatable. Could add any spell to our hand. Ash will negate. All right. Now, from here, we're going to normal summon the Cupsy into our Almirage. Use the Minion to further reborn, Purification, negate, and destroy the Minion. He already has a cookie in hand that he could special summon through it. Uh-oh. Murakumo trigger, adding the Mitsurugi Ritual. As we are now going to be using the minion to return cards back. Forcing him to... No, we're going to destroy the Amirage, so the cookie is not even special summonable. Wait, no, he was activating the... I got mixed up in the effects. He's forcing him to discard a card for the effect of minion to return back in the deck. Okay. Perma, reduce the cookie, make a Snatchy. Snatchy, replay back the minion. Minion already activated this turn, we can't do it again. Camellia is not going to be able to dump anything. Go into a Kagari. Do we have a Sky Striker card to add back? We do. Ooh, Engage is going to get that +1. Search our deck. Let's do it. Hornet Drones plus randomly drawing into a droplet. Hornet Drones, summon our token. As we further go into the Cupsy Yummy way. Double search our deck. Marshmallow and Cookie. Marshmallow can recycle back the Yummy Surprise to our hand, discarding away the droplet. This is a crazy duel. We are ready with the D barrier. Yummy Surprise. Reborn this... Why do I feel like someone's going to time out? Please, chill. Don't time out. Cookie, Yummy Way, on summon, flip... Oh, no! Begin. We are rigging this against Draco Tail. We cannot have Draco Tail win another tournament. Rahu, send, and double send from the hand. Let's recycle back to our hand, Pan, and Urgula. Holy trigger. Set 2, set 3, add 2. Key 2, grab Melulu, and the turn. How nice of Draco Tail to have nice, simple, quick turns. We could negate on the resolution of a fusion. We could pop a monster. We could fuse. We could veil or negate a monster, negate a spell. We could return a monster back. Let's go. Full loss. And so whether he wants to Melulu or Femina, we're going to be able to stop that. I should say 7 Disruption because the Melulu and Femina are separate fusions. Baldrake, chain banishing the March Hare. Okay, so this means that Baldrake is going to witness a summon from the extra deck, which will give him the opportunity to banish it, if we want to. Philia Regis. Ooh, lost drawing. Don't mind if I do. Pan is going to trigger to non-target pop-up monster. Set the key to. Wipe away the Lingeribo, pinning down our traps, preventing them from being activated. He would just be able to negate one of them. Valor negates the backup Ignister. And we use up the Pan. So we have the Philia Regis Disruption, the Melulu plus the Fusion and the Horn and the Flame. Let's bounce away that Link Decoder right away. Where's the monster to fuse with? And it doesn't even matter. We didn't even have to do it. What the? Damn. And now it's over. Is there anything more efficient than Draco Tail? It's like such an efficient self-recycling machine. Field, hand, grave just goes perfect with each other. Once the ball gets rolling, you can't stop them. Love you too, Sirkan Sahin. Appreciate you. 20 months, loving it. We have normal, summoned, a Chi-Chi. Grab the backup. We know with the backup being added to the hand, a Chi-Chi will be turned into a Link monster. Thus, we want to Fua loss it up. Double Fua. Because why not? We got the double. Double Trouble. Lingeribo. Draw 1. Don't mind if I do. Will they potentially play into Nibiru? Because of Full Loss, they're going to inadvertently just play under the Nibiru. Oh boy, Little Night Pass, right? We can't further go from here. What the heck are we doing? Banish. We're going to make a final Link and then actually play into the Nibiru. Right now, we're just going to Nibiru off the field. Should he have chained Banished Little Knight? I guess the problem is Nibiru would not trigger anything. Didn't Little Knight his dude away? Why not? I guess I don't know. Let's see what happens. I meet you. Grab the wizard. That's why. I don't want to banish it. I want to keep cooking. I'm not done cooking. Why do I want to banish my Dormouse? I want it in the grave. I want to reborn it back. I want to activate its effect. This Dormouse is limited to 1. Are you out of your mind? Why would I banish it? Banish a Chessie. Chessie come back. Now we need to minus to plus. We lose a card to gain a card to banish the card to draw 2. Come forth, White Rabbit. The Fool Loss doesn't exist. How many duels have you lost playing around Fool Loss because you undercooked your field? What were you afraid of? He already Nibiru'd. The worst that could happen of overcooking into a Fool Loss has already happened. Now, what are we dealing with here? We have Impulse, negate a special summon, MTP, non-target banish with the Cryptor. Okay. Cartesia is here. Impulse, negate the Cartesia. Do we have a trap in grave to destroy the Cartesia? We do. You're out of here. Off the field you go. To battle we go. Wasting a banish on Nibiru. That is crazy. I'm not saying it's a mistake, but he has to waste a banish. Oh my gosh. A normal summon, a brick. No, what happened to the modern gameplay style of Draco Tail I was praising it for? It's just all bricks. I cannot believe this. How many cards did he draw for Fool Loss? What the heck? Horn bounced the Cryptor right away. While there's no banished cards for Malice, he was not able to chain to it to banish his Cryptor to dodge it. And we now have him under the third Fua. Has hit the grave. March here, add back here. We just have Ash. Until we draw something else. 48. Mate. 6K. Lethal damage. 78, not enough? Are you kidding me? We gotta use the extra deck. Cryptor. Now, Cryptor can banish itself for game, and Yusuf scoops it up despite a double Fool Loss and Nibiru opener. No freaking way. Ooh, that has a chance to summon. Even though you're just searching, does not matter. Retaliating Sea, come to me. Ended our turn. What the heck do we do? Any card sent to the grave is banished instead. Oh my gosh. We want to Valor it, right? Well, you can't do this in Master Duel. Send this from the hand to the grave. Nothing can go to the grave. Is this just affecting the field maybe? Let's read this. This says that any card sent to the grave from anywhere is banished instead. Valor is not legally activatable. Ash Blossom is, the Fool Loss is, Thamina is legally activatable, but she'll get banished. And then Lucius won't go to the grave, he'll get banished. Thus, he doesn't trigger. So I was just talking about Retaliating Sea countering my Killer Toon deck, and now we're getting clapped. Oh my gosh. Throw the Fool out of the duel. Throw the Ash, that is. Toss it. And now, throw away the Fool Loss. To battle. A battling Retaliating Sea. Why is it 1400? That is huge. Oh boy. Cartesia, big enough to battle over the Retaliating Sea. Exactly what we needed. But guess what happens? That doesn't happen in the TCG. He now searches a Max C. No way, limited to 1. Cartesia, Max C. Where the hell did that come from? Uh-oh. Main phase 2. We can't end this duel. Let's recycle back. Thamina Lucius can finally trigger where otherwise they would have been banished. Got the key to, add back the Thamina. Key 2, Impulse, negate. Got him, mate. Damn. And We didn't set a Rahu. Are we going to pay for that? Should we have set Rahu instead of the Horn? Was that considered potentially greedy? Allure of Darkness. Where's my flame to negate? Finally, they have a spell. March here and back here. He's going to make a Lingri, but a pin down the Horn. We have Valor, Femina, Horn. Cartesia's going to fuse Impulse. I think this is bait. This does get destroyed, though. We're not allowing this Dormouse to activate, right? We're waiting for the resolution to now activate Femina or at least horn it away. We can't horn because Lingri was not pinning it down. So I do think we have to Femina right here, right now, unless we're going to use Valor onto the Dormouse. He's horning even with the Lingri, though. He's just, it's fine. Just minus a monster on the field. We do not get to draw a card, though. Banish the Horn. And now we could follow up with the Femina or Valor in response to it activating. Waiting for the activation to then Valor. He has no set card for it to maybe be a random MTP. I think if Splash Mage hits the field... Oh boy. Drew Swarm Banish. He has that right now, right? Yes. He's going to Fur Link Little Knight just to trigger the Little Knight. Hakimo. What have I been talking about? The power of pin. Pin. Think about pin. How can I pin? Not force their disruptions. How can I pin them? How can you checkmate them? You checkmate the king. The king is the Femina. Femina is now checkmated. I can't Femina. How can I Femina? Little Knight is a checkmate on Femina. I activate okay, I chain banish. You fuse into nothing. Checkmate. Not forcing disruption, pinning down the disruption. Pin it. Pin down. Finished. Outplayed. A lot of other people, they could just brute force their field and try to eat up as much disruption as possible. He instead made the smarter play. I feel like a lot of people would not have done that. They would have not summoned Little Knight. I think most would not. They would just keep on summoning, just brute force the Femina, but he knew how to pin it down. He's gonna draw phase, banish away that Arthalion right away. He ain't waiting. Lucius, we're just gonna banish it and we're gonna trigger the effect of our White Binder while we're at that. White Binder's gonna come back, draw a card, banish cards from the graveyard. There's the, what graveyard? There's nothing to banish. And again, Femina has nothing to fuse with. Back to back stopped Femina. Hakimo had one thing on his mind, and that was Femina. That's all he was thinking about on the last turn, on this turn, and he played it perfectly to counter her specifically. No Femina fusion for you. Deny the fusion materials. Blue Eyes with Eclipse. What the heck is going on here? Now, we remember all the choke points of this, right? You don't ash that. We ash the wishes, right? We hold. Now, do we really want to trigger the Maiden and Synchro? No, we don't. We're passing. Set the wishes and not even activating it. That is interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah. We have a pop. We have a negate. We have a flip down mate. Triple disruption through the Maxi. Marsh, Mal, Majesty, wipe it out right away. Can't believe we're gonna. He's got special time Maiden, special summon Marshmallow, normal summon Cupsy. He has all the freaking ways to brute force all that back row. Oh my gosh, this is an actual destroy. He stopped him. He actually stopped him because he got outplayed by Purge. No way. This should have not happened. He was gonna push through this, and now he can't. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Now, Decade, what happened to cups he plays through 2 hand traps? Only if that hand trap is not purge with a trap engrave. If there's a trap engrave and it's a purge, Cupsy plays through, just one purge stops the whole Cupsy. And boy, did it do that. All right. Does he know there's Ash in his hand? Who told him? How would he know this? He activated an Ashable effect and he chained Max C. So what gave it away? When he activated Eclipse, he didn't Ash. He told him he has Ash. He told him. He said, I have Ash in response to your Eclipse. And Base was like, holy crap. Only in response to my Eclipse is there this extra delay, but not to my Majesty, not to my Purge, but on Eclipse. Why would that be the case? Because he has Ash. That's how you know. That's how you legally cheat in Master Duel. You read the delay. Confirmed. There you go. Normal Ash into the Almirage, Reborn. Cupsy getting destroyed again by the second Purge in a row. Now, the Lollipop can special summon here, so it's not that crazy, but damn. Base played this quite well for what he could do. I guess it could be... I don't know if you'd argue if he should have pushed through Max C. I don't know. Now, if Base would have eaten the first Ash, then he would not have been able to set the second wishes, and he'd be discarding on every activation. So even after all of that, Yummy still freaking wins it. Blue Eyes just couldn't get started. Finish him? No, not finish. No finish. Oh no, speed this up. And now we have one of the immense benefits of playing Pure Yummy or Soulful Cord Yummy, and that is being able to play Purge. Purge is great against Draco Tail, great against Blue Eyes, which shouldn't be something you care about being great against. Let's go. Finish him. Activate the wishes, get negated, and scoop it up. Oh crap, he's gonna normal summon it instead. Wait, we're still in this. The Little Knight would be Chain Link blocking the Lollipop, so we have to choose either or. We have Cookie to pop it on summon. And then we just synchro and pop the Lordy Load. That's it. Yep. A Crow, synchro, pop it, clap it. Game 2. Let's begin. Going first, going to activate the Lordy Load. Now, let's talk about what happened in the last duel. We go on to Master Duel Meta. I typed in Blue Eyes. I'll click on Blue Eyes. We'll go on to the Blue Eyes breakdown. We have to understand that, I don't know, was he able to read the Ash, or did I make up a totally fake scenario to make him think that we have an IQ of over 9,000, or was this not even activatable? Add a spell and trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, accept wishes. So what mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name? Majesty mentions it, but it's already on the field. True Light mentions it, but it's already on the field. The Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons mentions it, but it's in the graveyard. There's only 3 cards it could add. It just... Decade, I felt the Ash, but it wasn't even activatable. It straight up wasn't. There was nothing to search with wishes, thus an illegal activation. It couldn't do anything. There you go. You can't optionally just search for a Sage. You have to be able to search for one of these 3 cards, which you didn't have. There you go. All right. Let's go. Primite Barrel. In response, we're going to Maxi before the Link 1. Ash Negate, because I'm not done, mate, with plays I want to be making. Negate. 2 times today, we see a Herald with no Fairy, which means it could have been another hand trap instead. Could have been a Veiler. Could have been a Nibiru. Imperb negate the Spear with Eyes of Blue. I think this is a great negate. It's a dual effect. Both effects are great. Search them for the field spell. And the ability to reborn a Blue Eyes White Dragon, triggering the Maiden. 2-for-1 special. Just stop it. Not saying to Ash it, though. Ash, no good. Valor Imperm, good idea. Now, they're able to persevere, push through it, making the Hieratic Seal. Lordy Load for the summoning of Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck here. As we now have Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And what do we have? We have the True Light Reborning of Blue Eyes right away to ensure that the Drill Beam will be activatable to banish anything, plus the Valor to negate a monster, as we could then negate with the ultimate with the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and we could Hieratic Seal, return a monster back, or a card, face-up card, 4 disruptions. Let's see. Now, what's great about the Herald is, while it is fingerable, it's not drillable. We can't drill it with the Drill Beam. It's going to be off the field, whatever we choose to negate with it. But it needs another fairy to even activate. We ate the Drill Beam. This is a wonderful situation for Shadow. Now the Sulficord Happiness will not get drilled. What else could stop it? Nothing else. This could give us the fuel for the Herald plus a Sulficord play. He can't believe it. This is the way. Let's go. Wait, he discarded the orange. All right, we're gonna cook with the yummy. Special summon. Promoa. Valor negates. Link this off, and then whip out the cookie. But I think he's gonna Hieratic Seal it back to the hand, or if he waits the link, then Hieratic Seal that. He's gonna do it on this. Get out of here. Now, can we pen summon out a yummy? We are pen summoning a freaking cookie. 0 to 8, mate. What did you do? Come forth, Snatchy. Snatchy into the Minion. Minion reborn. Let's further go into the Cupsy Yummy away. Now, there's a hidden effect. I think most people would forget this. I don't think it's too big of a deal here, but the Yummy Synchros cannot activate part of their effect. It's straight up illegal. Lollipo cannot activate its effect. It's illegal. Neither of his effects, right? Or no, it can summon up to 1. And that is the secret effect of neither player could special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Actually, the Synchros could summon just 1, right? Let me double check on that. So let's bring up Lollipo. The first effect must summon 2. The second effect of the Synchros is up to 2. So it is legally activatable. They could only summon 1, though. Only summon 1, can't use the first effect of Lollipo. So there you go, correction. Now, we got the difficult choice. What do we do? Do we negate a spell? Do we negate a monster? We could choose either or. All I know is that the Yummy engine is not going to bridge into Sulficords, not going to give you access to more fairies. So this is it. Spell or monster, that's all we have. Now we have neither. Let's speed this up. Purge. Negate the Cupsy. Cupsy will jump off the field, but we're not negating the card. We're negating the effect. Marshmallow is going to grab the Minion, since it was reborn to the effect of the Synchro. Reborn back, as we have the Snatchy. Lollipo. Reborn. 2. It must be 2, which the Spirit Dragon prevents. Sparked Elf. Reborn. Is Book of Eclipse going to be good? Let's see. Barrel. We have the Lollipo. Reborn 2 bodies. Again, the Heralds are just not putting in good work here. We're gonna be able to purge them, flip them face down. Book of Eclipse, you cannot synchro with the Marshmallow, but just like an Ash, the purge can be used to negate the Book of Eclipse. Now, this could be seen as a good thing. This eats Ash, it eats Purge, so to make way for your Wishes. Wishes is gonna be a big play. We're still in this. Cupsy could search for a cookie to discard. We have the Crow triggering to wipe away the Lordy Load, denying the Drill Beam search. Grab the cookie, discard the cookie. Get the cookie out of here. Spear with Eyes of Blue, trigger to grab the Mausoleum to allow an additional search, an additional draw that is. Discard the Maiden. In response, let's reborn the cookie to wipe away the Spear with Eyes of Blue. So what are other forms of disruption here? Our final disruption is the ability to flip up to 2 monsters on the field face down. Ideally, we're flipping down a Blue Eyes and a Maiden. But is that going to work out? The True Light makes it so Blue Eyes can't be targeted. And the Maiden says if you target it, it's going to reborn a monster from the grave. So is this not an incredible card once we summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, or what? Reborn the Herald of Green Light. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck? We made an additional play I was not suspecting here. We had enough bodies to add a Herald of Arc Light to the field. What the heck? Let's read Maiden. You cannot activate this if Herald of Arc Light's on the field to place a True Light onto the field. Oh. Okay, we lose then. Banish a Blue Eyes. Summon a Blue Eyes that's banished. Did he wait too long to play Maiden? What do you think? Maiden Reborn. Snatchy get flipping. But if we target the Maiden, Maiden can reborn what? Nothing. You have nothing rebornable. It says it right here. You target me, I special summon a level 1 Light Tuner or a Blue Eyes from the grave, and there's nothing in there. We just don't even target it. We don't care. Maiden from the field is activatable, but not the Maiden in the hand. And it's a hard once per turn. You used up the hard once per turn, the Herald negated, and we actually just ended us. No way. That Herald out of nowhere. I cannot freaking believe that. You're not supposed to have level 2s in your level 1 deck. What the heck was that? Bro had a level freaking 2 to reborn with the Sprite Elf to then turn it into a Herald of Arc Light. Damn. Discard away the Herald. Marshmallow. Now, I really didn't think of the Herald being beneficial in that way. That is crazy additional benefit to going into the much easier Herald of Arc Light during the opponent's turn. 15. Bro forgot his D. No way. Lethal damage. 2-1 victory. Let's go into the top 4. Malice. Why are you here? Well, thank you, Malice, for cleaning up all the Draco Tail. I believe there's no Draco Tail in the top 4. I could be wrong, though. What a great deck. You did your job. You beat the Draco Tail, and you move out of the way for Yummy. Let's go. Yummy has a chance to win their very first Meta Weekly. Dare I say it, very first tournament. I don't know if there's a single tournament where Yummy got first place. Maybe just Meta Weekly. Vanquish Soul has won a Meta Weekly. Draco Tail has won about 10 Meta Weeklies. Yummy's got 0. The best it's done was second place, and only one time. It's made it to the grand finale once and couldn't win it. Negate the minion mate. Battling with a Snatchy. Akimo's not going to give this up easy. Banish the MTP. We do have a Purge. Just a Purge. Why is Yummy looking so pathetic on what should be a free win? What the heck? Purge. Negate. Lingaribo. Negate. The negate. What is how is a Yummy Surprise ever dead? I cannot believe that this card can't even be activated to make a good play. What is it doing? Wait, I'm out of my freaking mind. I'm not thinking straight. I didn't see Cupsy. I thought there was no Cupsy in the grave. Okay, wrong. There we go. Cupsy searching for a Marshmallow. We're now passing up with the ability to draw a card, though. We're going to Synchro flip them face down. Cookie flip them. Okay, we win this. I did not see the Cupsy. I was too busy shite talking Yummy. There we go. Good, good. I thought this was dead. Bro. This is what? 3, 4 banlists of Malice getting hit on their consistency, right? Banlist after banlist after banlist. Consistency hit, one after another, to then give us a hand like this, where we are not willing to YOLO Allure of Darkness our entire hand away. Fluid loss in response to the Cupsy. Snatch it up. Activate, play the minion, further reborn from the graveyard. We're waiting for a spell activation. This is probably what we held the Ash for. Ash, negate the Cupsy from searching for 2 bodies. We're gonna chain Reborn. Now under Full Loss, it's not gonna be a big deal. Because you have the field spell, and only for that reason is the Impulse activatable. But guess what? I can't Retaliating Sea now. So when you follow up with the Yummy Surprise, when you follow up with the Self-Cord Happiness, we can't Retaliating Sea into being sent to the grave, into searching for a Max C. It's now completely turned off. We have no other disruption. Finish him. Oh, we drawn though. We drawn. We're going all the way. We're taking this win. Jerusalem's gonna banish from the grave. Take away that Linkery Bow. Block that lethal damage setup. Okay. He did discard Droll under Fua. He did not want to Droll himself. And back. Yeah. I mean, why not set up the potential? Now we can't even attack directly. What the heck happened? Oh my gosh. We're now dealing 8-card hand versus the ability to banish. We can negate a spell with the Herald of Green Light. We can negate with the Purge. We're able to use the Yummy Surprise to return 2 cards back. We could flip 2 cards face down. We could cookie pop a monster potentially if we get that far. 6 disruption, 8 cards in hand. 2 of them are dead. We can't use the Droll, the Retaliating Sea. Allure of Darkness. We're gonna hold on to the Heralds of Green Light. Was this not the moment to use the Herald? March Hare, banish a March Hare. Yummy Surprise is going for the return to play. We're gonna chain MTP. I'm like really confused on what's happening in this duel. What is going on? I guess we felt like we had to activate this, because otherwise it would just return them back to the extra deck. Yeah, he would not have the effect to jump off. He would just go back. Back-to-back Impulse negating the Yummy trying to reborn from the grave. Just like a Go spell. Negate. Add the Dormouse back, return back the Lollipode, trigger the March Hare. Add back to the hand here. We have a normal summoned Dormouse search for the MTP. Search for the Dormouse was obviously correct here, even though it allowed him to turn on the Lollipop, but we could then use our Impulse to negate it. Link Decoder. I think we messed up. Do you agree with me that we should have purged the MTP and use the Heralds of the Green Light on the spell instead? I think that's where things got messed up here. Why'd I have to scroll so far? I think we should have green lighted this and then purge something else. Because Purge is a lot more versatile. It could be used against monster, spell, trap. The green light is only spell, and part of what makes Malice a good matchup against Draco Tail, while this is not Draco Tail, is that they don't search for a spell in their combo. They no longer do that. All right, 1-1. There's the Gold Sark. Full loss, Herald Orange Light. We're minusing from the hand. Well, I mean, we're gonna Ava, but we are discarding to negate a Full loss, and he has a freaking second copy. He's just gonna activate the other one. Now, the Ava is going to be banishing the Herald of Orange Light. We're going to chain Fuelos before it searches. You will banish other fairies to then search your deck with a different name. The different name from between up to 2 that you would search, not different name than what you banished. So we now have a back-to-back 2 Herald of Orange Lights. That's why you had to Fool Loss earlier. The Orange Light would have newly been negating. All right, now, yeah, I was thinking you have to potentially consider drolling yourself. Droll against Malice is not so good. Now, let's see what happens. We have Herald of Orange Light. We have Droll and Lockbird. It all comes down to this. We have a Synchro Play to flip them face down. We have Cookie to pop a monster on the field. About 4 disruption. Allure. Banish away that Chessie. Hit them with the Droll. Droll, turn off the Signet Mining. Okay. Chessie now can't activate. We can't banish TB11 to draw 2. Set TB to battle we go. Cookie's going to attempt to flip you face down. Didn't even try. Gold Sark. Banish away the Dormouse. Dormouse act. Now, I think a lot of people could be confused here. Why would Cookie not flip down? It's here. It's right now. Why not just use the effect? Why pass? I could still Cookie later. I'm only summoning Cookie for the second effect, which is a hard once per turn, and then we'll just summon it back once you get 2 bodies in the field, which will actually be right now. So by not using it now, we could use it right now. Does that make sense? Not using it before, we could use it now, which is now. Play the Acro, and now. We Cupsy first to trigger the field spell pop. We'll flip it down late. The newly summoned monster, then we'll do it then. Then, not now. Not before now, but then. Cupsy, return back. There we go. Now, I think, is when we would do it. Why are you blue balling me on this freaking effect, mate? Just do it. Now. Thank you. Finally. Flip him down. And we still have the Herald of Orange Light. There we go. Got him. Primora searching for the happiness. Droll and Lockbird. Yummy's fighting real hard for this win. It's going to take everything. Let's reborn back the Lollipo and the Snatchy. Trigger the Lollipo. Get rid of the Droll. Let's further make our own Lollipo Synchro to trigger the field spell and reborn from the graveyard. Whatever we reborn will be negated, but we could still properly link summon a Snatchy to then be able to play the Minion, which will boost up our field. Reborn back out. To battle we go. We're not pushing for lethal damage. We're playing this nice and slow. Now, we had Herald of Orange Light turned on for most of this duel. We held on the effect, we passed on using it, and now it's dead. But from here, we have the Masquerade Adele Banish, the Purge. We could flip face down, we could pop with the field spell, we could pop with the Cookie. About 6 disruptions somehow. Purge, negate the Signet Mining mate, and that's it. Yummy, for the second time ever, is going to the grand finale and has never won a Meta Weekly. The Draco Tail Killer. Hakimo, you did your job. This is passing the baton. That's all this is. The goal here, everyone has the same goal. Don't let Draco Tail win another Meta Weekly. That's it. Good job, Hakimo, knocking out 2 Draco Tails from the top 16. Holy moly. Finish him. And then we have the other half of the top 4, which I don't remember if Draco Tail's in it. Lethal damage. Nuts. Did it take a while for Yummy to grow on people? What's going on? Ogdoadic against Mitsurugi. Is this Ryzeal? Yes, it is. Ryzel Mitsurugi, Ogdoadic Mitsurugi. Now, Maxi Doug has already defeated a Ryzel Mitsurugi. Just do it again. Let's go. Oh my gosh. And it's limited. This never happens. It's limited to one. Only one exists. Now, pop, 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 negates. We also have banish, banish a Little Knight. And we have Magatama, pop. We have the purification, negate. We have Murakumo, wipe the board. Murakumo, discard a card. Did I even count the Ash Blossom yet? I forget. If not, 11 disruptions versus our 6-card hand. Oh boy. Ash negate the Maxi mate. It's 11 disrupt, not counting the Maxi. My toes up. New. Send from the deck the Nayu. We're gonna reborn. Normal the Aramasa. Okay, toes down. We're at 10 disruption. Pop the Aramasa to stop a rank 4 Xyz. We do not want to randomly get Exciton Knighted. Grab the Habakiri. Mitsurugi Ritual, we're going to use our negate. Of course, mate. Down to 9 disruption. Now, Utsu Reborn, Chain Link block with a mirror, protected from a bell, protected from Ash Blossom, any other disruption that would try to negate the effect. Habakiri, let's Masquerade and get banishing. Link off with the drive. Fancy Ball. So we're down to 8 disruption instead. Fancy Ball can negate something activating on the field or engrave. We're gonna negate the Wuso. Wuso wants to tribute over the detonator. Not today. Negate and banish. Holy crap, Fancy freaking Ball. That was great. Protected from the Kaiju. Activate a monster effect in the field or grave. Banish and negate. Katie, I'll read that in a second. Right after this duel, we're gonna set the Saji, tribute it off, reborning the Kuryus, trigger the Saji. Kuryus further activating to add the Nayu back to the field. Grabbing a Purification. Purification works on the Ogdoadics. It does. A level 5 or higher reptile. Not even a Mitsurugi one. Okay. Cool loss. Thrust would set the Black Goat Laughs, which you already have. Masquerina Pass is going to be the play. Ogdoadic Daybreak before we pass. Add the Nayu back in the deck to dump engrave the Aaron. Aaron's going to tribute tokens to Reborn. They're not drawing for Fool Loss. Now, I remember the Aaron. The Aaron did something. If the opponent adds a card to their hand, they must send a card randomly to the graveyard. And if a monster your opponent controls is sent to the graveyard, you could add, a follow-up. So discard, double banish. Purification is also a negate. And we have the Black Goat Laughs, which will be preventing the special summon of a monster on the field. Now, it's only outside the graveyard. So if they get the Murakumo in graveyard, they could then reborn it with the mirror. That's going to be an issue we have to be careful about. And the Ryzel cards don't activate preemptively in the hand. You have to just stop them before it happens. If they add an X Ryzel, that's when you have to declare the X Ryzel. 5 disrupt. Special summon, special doubles. We have not normal summoned. And we couldn't stop this. Could not Black Goat it. Negate and destroy. Very good. We're now down to 4 disruption. Aramasa. Black Goat Laughs. He stopped Saji. Why not wait for him to activate and then declare Saji? Why do it too early? Is he Exciton Knighting? Can he even Exciton? Duo Drive is the way. 4 cards to 4 cards. We couldn't Exciton Knight. Masquerina. We're going to Azalea. Azalea is here. On special summon, target a card in the field and then destroy it. Be gone. Now we're going to summon Aramasa instead. It didn't really matter whether we waited or not. Let's now Murakumo. Habakiri trigger. When the Habakiri activates to search, can this reborn any reptile? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, crap. I was thinking about Ogdoadicking him, like, big time. Because what would happen is if you chain to him adding, you special summon this, they added a ritual, the ritual now gets discarded, right? But there's no way to get this back on the field. What the heck? Tributed for purification with no way to come back. I thought that was the play. Damn. Okay. The prayers is just trash. Damn. Damn. Okay. Prayers for game. Reborn, block the attack. But then we have to discard the thrust, right? Murakumo has not yet activated. He is cannot attack directly with the Kusanagi. So he can't even attack for game. Right? 2K and it's done. That's it. You tricked him. You made me think that it was lethal damage. You wanted me to flip that up, but I knew better to not do so. All right. Didn't fall for it. With our hand size being this low, it's going to force us to discard. He can also wipe away our field. He can negate anything with the purification. We're in big trouble. Just negate. Now, if Murakumo comes back, we're thrusting. What is the best possible thrust? Thrust is on. Black Goat. This stops it from activating on the field. That's it. So, but that's okay, right? Cannot make us discard a card. Cannot wipe away our field. The problem is, isn't it? It goes both ways. Neither player can activate the Murakumo on field. You better lean in hard onto whatever Ogdoadic does because you're not Murakumoing. Thrust. Add pre-prep. Pre-prep. Add. Habakiri. Mirror. Habakiri. Summon for the deck. Aramasa. Trigger. Searching for a Mitsurugi ritual. Butsu reborn the Aramasa. Here's a Murakumo. It can activate Engrave to search, but it does nothing on fields. They're letting you know they have a Kaiju ready for next turn. Our Murakumo is turned off. No Murakumo activation. But it goes for both players. Reborn. As we further Habakiri grab the ritual. Black Mamba. I don't even know what you're doing. Target a monster, send a reptile from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, change the targeted monster's battle position. What the heck? Foolish barrel with extra steps. What Ogdoadic are we sending? The big one. The Nephil Abyss. Once a monster is sent from the deck or hand to the graveyard, it will reborn from engrave. What? Yeah, I guess we had no way to trigger it. That was the problem. Hand or deck to the grave. So we used the effect to summon from the deck, but we had nothing in hand to tribute, so nothing was being sent from the hand to the grave to then reborn this from the grave. He did time out, but the Murakumo was going to search. It would still reborn. It would not be able to wipe the field, obviously. Damn. That is unfortunate. All is well, my friend. I'm not sure if there's anything we could have even done anyway, but you made it all the way to the top 4. I'm very happy for you as we now have Ryzeal Mitsurugi in the grand finale up against Yummy. Yummy is finally back in the grand finale with the chance to win. But now Murakumo is going to wipe away their entire freaking field. And there's nothing they could do to stop it. The Herald of Arclight's not going to be an effective floodgate against Mitsurugi. They all still trigger when getting banished after being tributed. And they're not going to be able to Omni-negate the Murakumo because it will be chain link blocked. It will jump off the field. Whatever it does, your whole board is going to go. Let's see. Grand finale time. Pre-prep's going to be negated by the Dominus Purge. Now, by purging, dark, water, fire will be illegal for the rest of this duel. No activation. So when Saji trigger, further searching for the Mitsurugi ritual, we're going to hit him with the Droll and Lockbird, but he's still able to chain the prayers, probably set up a purification if he does play that, and force out a Murakumo. Was negating pre-prep? I guess it didn't matter. He would have searched for what he wanted with anyway and just use the mirror. Let's ritual out. Tribute off from the hand. Murakumo is here. Murakumo plus the prayers and a Masquerena. This is too good after getting drolled. I can't really believe this. Double banish, negate a special summon, wipe the board and make them discard? How do we have 5 disruption and we drolled them? Drolled and purge. Huh? And we drew a brick. Masquerena's responding to that. I think we just want to Masquerena into a fancy ball, or oh, we're Dynamundoing. We just want a Dynamundo. On summon, get rid of the... He really did not like the Acro. Acro triggers when any of our monsters leave the field by card effect. We then get to summon a monster from the deck. Search for the Soulful Chord Happiness. Now, what sucks and what is great about this is it special summons and searches for 2. But that's also the downside. It special summons, so the Impulse will be able to negate this very powerful effect. Dynamundo is going to be reborning the Murakumo. Yeah, Impulse. As I was saying. It's so good, it's bad. Oh my gosh, Cookie can't get summoned. Cookie's stuck in the freaking hand. No way. We can't purge Murakumo. It'll be off the field. There'll be nothing on the field. I was like, why don't we just purge Murakumo? We can't. We could, though. He would summon a monster with this. He was obviously going to trigger Murakumo, and then we purge it. But I don't know. Damn, I'm coping. I think purging Murakumo is better, but it wasn't worth. The idea is that they'd have nothing on the field, but they would have something on the field. They would summon Kusanagi, I guess, is what his intent was. Kusanagi, but Kusanagi could chain link block the Murakumo. Yeah, okay, yep. Chain link block would stop it. To be fair, it just would have been blocked. Mitsurugi's too blocky. They block like crazy. You want to save an effect? No, we'll block it. Damn. Mitsurugi went first. That's okay. We'll go first next time. This is fine. We have a chance. Finish him. We still have an opportunity to win this. Win game 2 and 3. We could win game 2, but game 3? They get to go first? Uh-oh. Let's go. Let's go. Normal searching for the happiness. Happiness is ashable, impulsible. Impulse is what we're going to lead with. No more light, earth, or wind for the rest of this duel. Light, earth, wind. Isn't it weird that you play a card that stops detonator? We can't detonate for the rest of the duel now? What the heck? And did we just end on a Link Haribo and pass? A dead Yummy Surprise, a dead Ava? Droll and Lockbird should win this though, right? We have Imperm and Droll. Bonfire, add. Now, what's funny is the X-Rise Yield cannot even activate, but it could still summon. It's summoning. We are Val and destroying impermanence Imperm would have been used on XYZ if it were even activatable. It can't activate. You're like, wow, that hand sucks. He can't activate Ice Ryzeal. Shadow, you're not losing to a self-impulsed Ryzeal deck. Duo Drive, because he can't even make, like, this makes a detonator, but detonator can't activate. What the heck is this? Okay, we could Orange Light. And then Ava can search for some fairies. One fairy, a single fairy. All right. Do we lose to Habakiri? Is this it? Ash negating the Ava. He didn't Habakiri, right? He drolled something else, and that stopped him from wanting to activate. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Self-impulsed Ryzeal Mitsurugi. What are all the cards it freaking stops? Ryzeal Mitsurugi. What are the cards? The light? What are all the light cards? Can't activate Ice. Can't activate X. Exciton Knight. Ryzeal Detonator. Nibiru. What are the other freaking attributes it locks out? I'll never remember their stupid lockouts. Earth and Wind. Earth. We locked out Maxi and Dynamundo, not a big deal. And then Wind. Yeah, but, I mean, come on. Come on. He freaking light locked himself from his core card and he just won. He couldn't Ice, he couldn't X Ryzeal. Your core combo that you bridge into even. Couldn't even Ryzeal detonate. What the heck just happened? 2-0'd. Because Impulse is that good. Ryzeal Mitsa freaking Rugi out of nowhere. Clapping it up. Now, is it out of nowhere? If we look at the Season 50 Top 10 rating deck list, we will see first place playing Draco Tail and Ryzeal Mitsurugi. Second place on Draco Tail. Third place, Lunalight or Draco Tail. We don't have the deck. Sulfur Yummy for top 4. Fifth place, Ryzeal Mitsurugi on Impulse. They all on Impulse? They're impulsing themselves. They don't care. So what? I can't detonate Ice Ryzeal or X Ryzeal. Not an issue. I win from a well-timed Impulse. And then fifth place, we already looked at that. Seventh, not playing the Impulse with the Ryzeal Mitsurugi. There's a lot of Ryzeal Mitsurugi in the top 10 rating duels. And then that pushed a lot of them, I guess, people wanting to play it in the meta weekly, and they're like, holy crap, the deck's actually good. Very good, even with Impulse. So you have to just rethink these arbitrary, unwritten deck rules. Stop abiding by unwritten rules in your life. You gotta break free. You gotta think outside the box, right? What's the cliche of every TV show? John and myself, we watch a lot of them. What happens is you have an old scientist, he's hard in his old ways, a new young lad has a new point of view, a new way, and then he's like, holy crap, that's crazy, and he breaks the code. That's what you gotta do with Yu-Gi-Oh! We need to, recruit a bunch of 10-year-olds to make us decks. Boom, Odeon. Odeon, good deck. Got the Baron DeFleur Chang Ying off of the Primite Plays. Nice and simple. I think it's kind of sad that Odeon is not more Odeon-like. They have the Temple of the Kings card that lets you play traps right away. The King Serpent, the freaking Abyss, Egyptian, a dog, Gnosis-looking thing. What the heck? But, oh well, this is what's working better. Pure Yummy. Timeless. Good job. Top 16. Nothing out of the ordinary that I see off the top of my head. We have Mitsurugi Yummy. Ko-Fi. Mitsurugi Yummy. Main deck in the Dimensional Barrier, we have Forbidden Droplet. which will help on our ritual getting negated by flame. I mean, I think that's the one good thing about Draco Tail in this matchup. Well, I mean, no, there's multiple. Yeah, Mitsurugi's just not good against Draco Tail. That even more so makes it worse. And then we have the Sulfur Cord Yummy. Top 8. 3 orange light, 1 green. 40 cards clean. Still fitting the pulse alongside the commitment of Sulfur Cord. Whoa. Shadow. Is this why you did so well? This is actually exciting. I was on the fence about playing this, but 3 green light and 3 orange light, you've now piqued my interest. This makes me want to play this. Okay. A bit overboard, but it worked. Good job. I don't like that it negates the activation, though. That's a downside. It definitely negates the activation, yeah. All right. We have Blue Eyes. Good job, Base G. And then Double Book of Eclipse is interesting. Ogdoa Dick. Holy. Here's the main deck. Blackout Laughs is putting in a lot of work for him. The Thrust has built-in synergy, similar to Mimigold giving the opponent a monster. We could Thrust because we have a normal play where we summon the Summon Sorceress. Simple Link 3, give them a body, then get rid of their body after we make use of the Thrust. Good job. Dorman Max, I have to now look into the Ogdoa Dick guide. What else we have? Malice. You had one job, and you accomplished it. Hakimo clapped up all the Draco Tail players. Otherwise, Draco Tail probably would have just won another tournament if it weren't for you. And it wasn't enough that you have Linkuriboh and you don't inherently search for a spell. We had to put Retaliating Sea on top of that. Well done. And then Vanquisol Canine. Both of you out in the top 16? Yeah, but that's okay. We have Anderson Strife with a standard version of the deck. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. And then we have Slayton with the Spice. If you're getting bored of your Vanquisol Canine, then play this. What's the commitment here? What are we actually committing to try this out? If you want to try this out, 3 normals, a super rare, it's free. It's literally free. There's nothing in the main deck that's ultra rare that's in addition if you want to play the Flame Swordsman way. Damn. And the extra deck? No, I mean, everyone should have a nice sold, right? Who doesn't? Beyond that, it is simply a free addition to make your deck spicier. And the 1 Flare Swordsman plus any other monster, it is the full combo, pretty much, where you go into, you search for a raise in a normal summon. You're also setting up your Fiendsmith plays to at least get a Wave King Caesar. Great. I liked it a lot. And we have Draco Tail. Not on branded, Valeru. P-Jim, on branded. Yusuf, not on branded. So the history of Yusuf being on and off branded, this has been a while. What the heck? Branded, 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 off branded. Branded, branded, off branded, off branded. Okay. Good job, Yusuf. And then Raizo Mitsurugi. The man Cam clapping it up. Dominus Impulse in our Raizo Mitsurugi. Turning off the detonator, X-Raizo in the ice. Does not matter. Good job. Funkinator also on the triple impulse. And then the number 1 deck of the tournament, Lucas Rios with a banned Raizo Cross and 3 impulse in the main deck and winning with the impulse. Well done. Good job, Lucas. Thank you to everyone. Let's see what the tier list is looking like now. We have not too crazy of a shift. If we hide the engines here, Vanquisol Canine, Draco Tail, bunch of Yummies, put all the Yummies together. Yummy is the best performing engine. What? the heck happened? Sulfa Cord is what happened. Minus the Sulfa Cord Yummy. Take it off. And it drops big time. And we have Odeon is doing quite well, climbing. And good job, Brazil freaking Mitsurugi. 3 different people topping. I did not expect that. All right. New pack tournament on this Thursday. Let's go.